So today I've been telling myself, Marco, bro, you shouldn't have any strong emotion towards things that were absolutely out of your control, right? Especially if it keeps you from accepting what happened. So the reason why is, um, I got into a car accident maybe like 4 years ago, 5 years ago, and I almost died. Like I could have died. I'm not gonna say I almost died because I was very much safe after. I just had like a concussion, but I could have died if I was sitting in the right seat. Or just one of them situations where I literally saw my whole life, my entire life. That's real, bro. My entire life flashed before my eyes. I saw everything in a quick second, and I was like, "Well, GG's." I literally in my head was like, "I love y'all," to all the people I loved, hoping they could like hear me from beyond, because I thought I was over. I thought it was done, and I didn't have no control over that situation. I mean, at that point in time, like I could have, there's nothing I could have did out of my hands. Maybe leading up to that point, so. But I've been thinking about that, and I'm like, just thinking about other situations in which I had no control over, like pretty much thinking about my life that I was born into. When you're a baby and you're born, you have zero control over that, bro. Like I believe I chose to come to be the person who DeMarco is before I came here. I feel like I chose this, but um, what I'm trying to say is, like, I didn't choose my parents. I don't think I chose. You know what I mean, you don't choose your parents, bro. You know what I'm saying? You don't choose that. You don't choose whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't choose my dad not being around. But today my friends were talking about their fathers, and I'm like, you know what? What if my dad? I always used to glamorize it when I was a kid, like, oh, if my dad was here, if my dad was here. But my dad, bro, my mom was 15 when she had me. My dad was 16. They were kids, dude. So let's say they did stick around. Who's to say I'm not? That's who my dad may not have been the best dad in person. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like when I started thinking, because when I was a kid, I only ever saw him being around as a good thing. Oh, if my dad was around, then blah 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 blah. But what if he was around and he would just make mistakes? Because my friends were telling me like they dads used to beat him up, beat on them, or beat they dads put their hands on their moms. If I would have seen that as a kid, who's to know what type of struggle that would have given me emotionally to have to work through. That's a different type of pain that you gotta go through, man. When you see your pops put your hands on your mom, and then they told me they grew up fighting them. They grew up fighting their dad, bro. You attacking the male figure, the person who's supposed to be teaching you how to be a man. He putting his hands on your mom, bro. I can't even imagine. I can't imagine what I like, but that can't be nothing compared to what it's like for real, for real, for real. I can't imagine it, bro. It's sad. When I say I can't imagine, I mean it's just like unbelievable. But it makes me more grateful for the situations, for like for not having one. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, bro. It just makes you think. And so that led to me saying, you, like, what? That led to me asking myself, like, are there any other situations that you didn't have any control over, that you feel some type of way about? And I think the answer is no. I can't think of nothing. And I'm glad to be okay with that. I'm happy that I'm okay with that. I used to be the type of person, like, if I didn't have like a problem or an issue, I would seek to have one. I always needed one. I used to be a victim mentality person. I used to be that type of person. I always needed something wrong with me. Long, 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 long way from that. Long way from that. The problems I have now are enough. I don't seek to increase anymore or want anymore. I just want to get rid of them. And fully, now that I used to transform my mind, like I didn't even realize I was looking for like misery in the world, bro. Gotta really peep this. I was looking for misery in the world, and I didn't realize that that's what I was doing. I thought that by staying aware for every potential problem I could have, when you're staying aware for problems, and the more problems you're staying aware from, your eyes can only see problems. You got to really think about that. Pause. No, like, if you're watching this, pause it. Now that you've come back, really peep what I'm saying. When you only think about all the problems you can face, you only see problems, and because you only see problems, your whole all you can visualize and imagine in life are problems, and that's why you be feeling the way you be feeling. Because that's how I felt. Now I seek to only understand peace. I understand the value of peace. Hold on. And now I seek to only make decisions and do things that increase my peace in my life. I'm grateful for peace in my life. Thank you, God. 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 For real, for real. For real, for real, for real, for real. Yeah. That's it.